Hello, Pokemon Go trainers. It's a Seahawks fan with another Go Battle League video. Today's video is going to be a little different. We're going to go a bit of a slower, more analytical analysis on how to improve in Go Battle League. Now we're going to be playing with a pretty nice balanced water, grass, fire team. Now they all have legacy moves. Definitely pretty crucial to this team. But they're all like rank 100 something for Ultra League. And I mean, Common Day Pokemon, not the most difficult thing to get. But we're going to be showing good leads, some bad leads, and teaching you how to recognize your mistakes, my mistakes, and how to improve. So we started this battle pretty nicely with a great lead into Talonflame. But I did give my opponent a shield advantage. Shield advantage is definitely one of the best things you can have. And one of the things you should be searching for, trying to recover from a bad lead, which my opponent was able to do. Now, one common lag is not getting that fast move in when you bring in a Pokemon after another faints. But thankfully that did not happen. But my opponent did make a mistake. I mean, they had shields. And as fast-pacing, energy-generating Greninja is, my opponent definitely should have stayed in. But I guess they did also kind of need Talonflame to deal with the Typhlosion. But, I mean, they just let me bring in Typhlosion to counter the Grass type, which, I mean, they probably may not have expected Typhlosion, but definitely gave me what I needed. Now, they do still have two shields. Now, I think one turn lag may have happened for my opponent. I took out the Virizion. They bring in a Pokemon. Sometimes there's a turn of lag that pops up. But they do actually win Charge Act priority. So they're able to KO me, and I can only use one of the Thunder Punches, but I did charge up back-to-back Hydro Cannons, and I do win Charge Act priority. Now, Water Shuriken is one of the best energy-generating fast moves. It's not Legacy, but Hydro Cannon is. And we are going to be going into just discussing the team a bit for a few minutes. So you can see the meta. I mean, Corviknight, Grumpig, plenty of things, top meta. Greninja, 122. This team, it's definitely a strong team. I do enjoy it. You can see how much energy generated per turn. But I think it is a bit easier to learn the fast move counts. So with one Water Shuriken, with 3 Water Shurikens, you get a Hydro Cannon, then another Hydro Cannon after 3 more. But Night Slash, it's a bit different with 3 Water Shurikens for the first, and then 2 for the next. I mean, that's a pretty good thing to recognize. We're going to look at the good matchups. So 500, I mean, that's like average, what you want. Like a good middle-of-the-road matchup, but the things you're looking for, so you have really good, strong matchups into Fire, Psychics. You're weak, you got to watch out for the grass types, the fighting, and bug as a dog type. No Typhlosion, there's regular Typhlosion, Hisuian also. I use Shadow. I do like the extra Shadow damage. And as a fire type, you're going to be pretty good into the grass types. Greninja's weak too, so pretty nice to deal with. Incinerate is, I mean, it's such a strong fast move, not Legacy. It is a double Legacy on the charge moves. And I would really only recommend Typhlosion with those double Legacies. You could run Spicy Solar Beam, but just the power of 5 Incinerates. Now that's the max amount of energy you could have at once. Something to keep in mind. It's very easy for opponents to get lots of charge attacks before you get that much energy, but 3-2, 3 Incinerates for the last one, then 2 for the second. And it's just 2-2 on Thunder Punches, which is incredible. But often, I mean, their opponents can easily get to like 2 or 3 moves. Definitely, I definitely put into perspective how much math is in Go Battle League. Definitely helps me understand. I mean, a lot of turns, numbers, energy generation. But the third member of the team, Venusaur, now it completes a nice water, grass, fire core, being able to cover some of Typhlosion's biggest weakness of water. But Vine Whip, a decent fast move, a 2-turn fast move. Now, it also has Frenzy Plant, 6 Vine Whips for a Frenzy Plant. And then it goes to, 665. And also got Sludge Bomb to be decent damage into other grass types. But let's go to the next battle. Definitely let me know if you enjoyed this type of video. Definitely want to do more. So next battle, we got more neutral lead. We're able to throw 3 fast moves before they get to their first Hydro Cannon. We're going to be able to do neutral damage. So like we have a bit of an edge with this type of lead. But they give us Drapion, which they banked some energy, definitely. When you have a neutral lead, even badly, it can be good to try to make a catch of a move and just save the energy for later, because oftentimes there's something better. We have a Typhlosion. They don't know about Typhlosion yet, but they definitely would love to have Feraligatr for Typhlosion. And we're just fine staying in this matchup. They let us get a bunch of energy. And we can just put a lot of Hydro Cannon pressure in. Now, we're going up against Poison Sting. Fast move, so it's an even numbers. So it's good to throw Water Shuriken on odd timings to not give a free fast move. Definitely can be a tricky thing to learn about the meta. Now, we did survive that charge attack, but they did get a free Poison Sting for the KO, but they already committed both shields. Which, we have 2-0 shields. We are in a commanding position. They bring in the third Pokemon. Now, we're very low on health, and they did bring in Rollout to do some good damage, and they know they can survive whatever's thrown. We're going to actually just bring in Venusaur, because they're low enough to be in range of Frenzy Plant. Now, Licky Licky, probably Shadow Ball or Earthquake. They went for the cheap Body Slam, expecting me to shield because I'm running out of HP. But I'm also in a real good spot where I can throw the move for the KO. And, well, they may have had good energy on Feraligatr, but they only had a move. And with no shields to protect themselves, they're in a bit of a tricky scenario. And the win condition, if they caught a Frenzy Plant onto the Drapion, which 50-second switch clock once you switch a Pokemon in by like manually switching, clicking. It's a 50-second timer. And the timer, continues ticking if with the charge attacks being thrown and stuff. Let's see, next opponent, we got another neutral lead. I think they may have a bit of an advantage. Now, Solar Beam is also something that can be thrown. Now, we both have 3-turn fast moves. And it looks like they may have thrown a move as we threw a move, maybe. Or, no, no, they did not. Now, they're going to just leave with the energy. They're going to have a nice Bug Poison type to catch resistant move. And having a bug type that was just fighting in the lead, that's a pretty good pair for them to have. Now, I do not want to bring in Typhlosion with Thunder Punch. Only going to be able to do neutral damage, and they're going to have energy lead against us. Now, Frenzy Plant, I mean, it is just a very strong move. Bug resists grass, but grass beats water. Now, they have a lot of energy. Definitely a good choice to bring this thing in now. It's Shadow Ball. It is not enough for the KO. Unfortunately, they get a rollout down. But 2 shields apiece. Now, Fast Attack Pressure is pretty nice for both of us. They're going to be smart and throw the move ASAP, knowing they can throw it before we do. It would have probably KO'd us, maybe after another rollout. Now, with our 5-turn fast move, we can throw 1 before they can throw 2 and then throw a charge attack. But I think they may have been shy of energy, but definitely was nice to have this extra energy before they could throw another move. Now, Feraligatr actually does lose in the even shield scenario, or at least 2 shield scenario up against Shadow Type Explosion, because Incinerate does add up and Thunder Punch does do a good amount of damage. But we're going to just bring in Greninja because we can survive whatever move they throw. All the moves resisted. Shadow Claw resisted fast move, Hydro Cannon, or water type, Ice Beam, Crunch. Ice Beam resisted by our water type, Crunch resisted as we're a dog type. And we're able to pace 2 Night Slashes very quickly and do neutral damage. Now, we did give a free Shadow Claw in, but it's important to take the last shield. And we're going to force some energy out of them. And we should be able to get to a Thunder Punch on the Typhlosion because we left with it. We had it. Definitely important to keep track how much energy you have. I mean, if the numbers are confusing, look at the bubbles. The bubble's full. Especially recognizing when you can take a KO. When you can survive long enough to force the last shield. And while we had Charge Act priority, it's important to look at PV Poke to see the attack stats of common Pokemon. It's important, to see that. How much more attack as like the actual attack stat. Attack, defense, HP. Now we have an amazing lead here. Do I fumble it? Maybe, maybe not. No, they're staying in for a reason. I mean, they were able to put multi fast stack pressure into us. And I went for a bait 9 slash. Now, it still would do good damage. Not as much as Hydro Cannon. But considering they should know they should get one shot by Hydro Cannon or go very low, they were always going to shield. And we are able to get to a Hydro Cannon to take the last shield. Now, it is resisted Shadow Punch what they throw, but they were going to take us out if we didn't shield. I mean, my opponent is on a back foot here. And that's just how the game goes. Now, Night Slash, it does have a 12.5% chance to attack boost, which is real nice. Now, it could be useful to have Greninja later. So I decided to just bring in Shadow Typhlosion. Now, with full health and a shield advantage, I can do crazy damage to almost anything, even ground types. But considering they had a ghost, a big dog weakness in the lead, makes sense to have the counters in the back. And I one-hit kaboomed that Primeape. And it's important to recognize what Pokemon are your big damage dealers. Now, Greninja is a big damage dealer. It is a relatively squishy Pokemon. Now, having a Shadow Pokemon, Shadow Drapion also pretty common. Like, it can do some good damage, but a bit more of a good safe swap. Definitely another common Pokemon to pair with Greninja. Now, we have a bad lead. Okay, finally, bad lead. Now, we are going to swap into our Venusaur. Now, with weakness to fighting in the lead, we have Venusaur as a decent fighting type resist. But also, we don't have two great fighting type resists. But when shields are down, which is what our goal is for right here, setting up Shadow Typhlosion with shields, getting a farm down can be amazing to get some huge damage. Now, Frenzy Plant, it takes a KO or a shield. Do they want to preserve alignment? Maybe, maybe not. They do just let them go down. They're gonna set their Shadow Primeape up. I mean, so Primeape with Karai Chop, 4 Karai Chops for Rage Fist. And they get the attack boost and get some energy. I decided to bring in Typhlosion to play the fast attack pressure game. I'm going to have to commit shields. But I recognize bad lead for Greninja into Primeape. We also got rid of the Galizard Pod, another bad matchup. We do have to commit another shield. But let's see, what could be door number 3? Now, they may have a Steel type. Or we didn't take out with the Incinerate, but we get a lot more energy. Now, odds are maybe like a Steel type to cover the Fairy weakness. I just imagine. Unfortunately, they didn't show us what door number 3 was. But even with 2-0 shield advantage, I mean, you need HP on your Pokemon. Now we have a pretty nice neutral matchup. It can actually be a pretty even matchup. I think we have a slight advantage, but they can definitely win this lead. So we get them under half health. With Hydro Cannon, we just get to move first. Psywave is putting very little fast attack pressure, but with the buff of Foul Play for the season, is the same energy as Superpower and Foul Play. I think it's like 11 or 10. Psywaves, a 1-turn fast move, which can be a little tricky to maneuver around. But they're just going to take a shield advantage. Now, they are putting in good damage with Double Kick. But I think I have enough HP to get to 2 moves. They're putting in some good damage. But they can throw a move here for the KO. Good play by them. Going to even shield scenario. Now, odds are a real good chance Stone Edge is going to be the second thing on the Cobalion. They are at a potential Stone Edge. I do respect the damage. And I think it's not enough energy to get one more Double Kick before a Stone Edge. Now, they spent a turn to swap. And I can get to Incinerates before they get to move. They should be running Hex, maybe Astonish, but definitely Hex. I know. I was preparing for it in case. And as a safe play. And I'm able to take a shield because a full health Venusaur can definitely put in some good charge attack pressure, with the Frenzy Plant. Now, they go for an undercharge. They need to get more energy. They go for the farm down. Now, they are going to make a swap instantly. I actually did not have back-to-back Blast Burns, and they made a great read. So, I had a good lead. My opponent was able to recognize how much energy I had. I thought they were going to stay in, and then I could have KO'd, and then got one more Incinerate in to then reach the next Blast Burn. Now, Thunder Punch, it's Dusknoir is not a water type, so not enough damage would be done. And I've done thousands and thousands of Go Battle League battles. Definitely takes time to recognize the matchups. That's a terrible lead. Just how it goes. That's a really good, smart Pokemon to pair with a fighting type in the lead. Just not going to do that battle. I mean, it's totally fine to leave battles with terrible HUD counters. Now, they have an advantage. So all my energy is resisted. Resist Water Shuriken, resist Hydro Cannon, and Night Slash. They're going to be a very big HP Pokemon and do neutral damage with Dragon Tail. They can throw Dragon Claws. But I am going to win Charge Attack priority. Now, the team, I mean, yeah, this team definitely pretty good and balanced, but really nothing, it has nothing super effective into a Dragon. Now, I do bring a different neutral matchup. And with Sludge Bomb, it can do some decent damage to Guzzlord. I missed a bubbles. Silly mistake by me. I don't get the excellent. Now, they recognize Guzzlord is strong. No HUD counter was brought into Guzzlord, so definitely important to save it for later. And Shadow Skuntank is definitely a nice Pokemon to bring in to deal with Venusaur. I do hang on from the crunch and I throw the resisted Frenzy Plant, but still able to get some good damage. And I recognize that they did not have enough energy to get to a move before I got to a Incinerate KO. Now I do shield Typhlosion because I do need to get the Incinerate damage and throw these Blast Burns out. I mean, I have a red HP Pokemon after this, so let's see. What does the Typhlosion do? I mean, I'm really in a terrible spot, able to take a shield. Unfortunately, they do have another shield. I may have energy on Greninja, but it'll be difficult to take a shield. I do go for the next Blast Burn. And I think I'm going to get Dragon Tail down before I get to another move, or I put trust in the team. Let's see, I say, okay, I get taken out. I did have a move, and, well, we're going to just not be ready to deal with their team. They had a better team composition. They had a real good team to take us down. So their team, a nice ABB style team, different than our ABC style team. Definitely would happily make a video on like that. But they have a Dragon that's super weak to Fairy in the lead and having two real good counters and two poison types. Next battle, another bad lead. We safe shot Venusaur. My opponent brings in Aurors. Now, they do have good fast attack pressure, but we do so too. They stayed in long enough so we can get to Frenzy Plants. Now, they do get to their Weather Ball before we get to Frenzy Plant, but they let us get a lot of energy. And it looks like this is a Charge Attack priority win. Aurors, I mean, it's a tank. It's a big long neck dinosaur. Now, they won alignment. Definitely totally understandable to play for alignment. But with shields, oh, we even survive, which is actually kind of bad for us. But we should be able to survive whatever's thrown from Aurors. Now, they do have a heavy-hitting Meteor Beam. Now, if I had gotten them down to, like, red HP, I would have brought in Shadow Typhlosion to go for Incinerate Farm Down. Now, they're not going to let me get the KO of Aurors with Hydro Cannon from Greninja. They're going to bring in third Pokemon. And I should be able to get to a Blast Burn before they get to two moves. Now, they have a 4-turn fast move in Volt Switch, which can be very tricky to be efficient with using a 5-turn versus 4-turn fast move. The math can definitely be tough. Let me know what videos you want to see on, like, what specific things you want me to analyze. Now we're going to see the Aurors return. And if I was counting correctly, that may be a Meteor Beam. Or no. Okay, in the time I did count correctly, that was only a Weather Ball. They need 7 Powder Snows. 4 Meteor Beam or 8. And I knew that was not enough for it. Able to hold on to my last shield. Now Double Kick can put in damage, but unfortunately they do not get 2 moves in time. And Virizion, it is a legendary Pokemon, but it's a pretty weak attack. And we had a Terrible Lead, Grass Fighting, to absolutely destroy our Water Dog type. And we were able to take the shield. The 2-0 shield advantage because they wanted to fight for alignment. Thank you for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Definitely want to make more videos like this. More team analyses. Like just on the strategies, on tips and tricks. On what it takes to become a legend. I mean, even just ace rank and Go Battle League. I mean, this is a fun game. I mean, hope you just enjoy Pokemon Go if this is not your cup of tea. Definitely, give me some feedback. Definitely hope to do more. I mean, it's definitely fun playing Go Battle League, but it's not enough for everyone. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.